What is going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to talk about SoFi. I want to talk on why it's rallying, and especially in such a red market. I'm going to go over some updated data points very relevant to a lot of investors and talk on the technicals. The technicals are on a verge of a breakout and just need to get over one pivotal point, and I'm going to talk about all that. But before I get into any of that, you guys know the deal. Smash your thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships. Link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that, let's get right to it. So as you can see on the intraday chart, had a nice little peak. It started to taper off with the broader market, and then people started to realize the actual news was very good for SoFi. So it is starting to go up a little bit more. So I just want to talk on exactly why the market is down, yet SoFi is up. And it is largely because of the exact same thing. So retail sales. So you can see on a month by month basis, it was 3.8, whereas the forecasted was 2%. So right now the market is kind of in between a rock and a rock, and it is very difficult for the market to go up because in theory good retail sales numbers definitely helps the market go up, but in that case we are incentivizing the feds to increase their rates. So this is one thing that's definitely benefiting SoFi, because an increase in rates definitely helps any bank and any chartered bank such as SoFi. So this is one thing that why SoFi is rallying, whereas the rest of the market is going down. So it is overall fairly good numbers as far as more so on an economic event, but again, that is exactly why. In addition to, there's been a lot of articles coming out, various different things saying ultimately there is a lot of value when it comes down to SoFi, and it is sitting at a significant discount. And for those that have been watching my channel, you know I say that all the time. So there was this that did come out that short sellers should be worried about going into SoFi's earnings. So I'm just going to go through short info as of right now. So the short interest is 1902. You got that, 1902. That is astronomical. That is so high. It is up roughly about 12% from 1 week prior. Utilization is 90.75. Day by day change, it is actually up 0.37%, which works out to be 680,000 additional shares being shorted. So whoever is shorting is definitely very hesitant about the rally in for SoFi. And right now, cost to borrow average is 1.09. So it is fairly cheap for shorts to continue and maintain their position. So that's something that hopefully will change with time. And like I said, I just want to give you updated data points. Right now, options activity. Options activity has been very hot when it comes down to SoFi. And today there's been $624,000 in options, with 67% of them being positive. Yesterday there was a little bit more of an off day, only 3% positive order value, with $205,000 worth of options being done. But overall last week it definitely does show the true nature of where people are seeing SoFi. So 81% positive, with $1902 million worth of options being done. So ultimately that does show that there is a lot of upside potential, and a lot of people do see that. So with that, I just want to touch on institutions and hedge funds. So the new rounds of 13Fs have been coming down the pipeline. Not too many today, so there was only one, but it did make a new position of roughly about 15,000 shares, which was at an average of roughly about 18 plus. And I bring this up almost every video because a lot of these institutions and hedge funds get in at the high teens because they saw a significant value. And all these purchases were done at the end of the year, so December 31st, 2021, so well before they actually got their charter news. So again, going back to the point, they all saw a big value in SoFi well before even the charter news came out. So even more reason why you need to back up the bus when it comes down to SoFi. Keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence at the end of the day. But regardless of all that, there is a lot of big names adding big time into SoFi. I did go through a lot of them recently, so make sure you guys take a look at a lot of my other previous videos. But I do want to touch on the technicals, and I've been bringing this up more and more over the last couple of videos. So right now, the 5100, 200-day moving averages, Bollinger Bands, RSI, stochastic, and momentum. So as far as a good representation, everything you need to know. Momentum, you can see number of buyers is through the roof, so that is very positive. Stochastic, there is a little bit of a deviation starting to occur, so black line above the red showing a bullish sentiment. RSI is fairly neutral at 50, and on the actual chart, today was a very big day. We did officially transition from the lower to the higher percentile of the Bollinger Band, especially in such a red market. That is a very positive thing, and like I said, if we do get over that and can stay above that, that, then we can easily get to the around $17 mark. Even more specifically though, I do want to bring this up. So I've been bringing up $13.15. That hands down is a very pivotal point. If we can actually get past that and stay above that, then we are transitioning higher. And like I said, most likely we'll trend to around the $17 mark, which is where a lot of these institutions bought, and like I said, is a very strong value. And that's in reality where we should be, hands down. Just right now the market's been very plagued by a lot of things. But let me know in the comments below if you have been actually buying SoFi recently. As myself, I've been buying a lot of shares recently because I do strongly feel we are at the bottom, and even if interest rates do go up, hypothetically, SoFi is in one of those sectors that will definitely benefit. So even if we do go into a higher rate environment, this is, like I said, SoFi will definitely benefit. And especially I do strongly feel we do have enough momentum to get over that $13.15, and we have been struggling to stay above that for quite some time. Like I said, it's just red day after red day when it comes down to the market, and SoFi has been trying to break out, and you can tell that based on the volume as well. And I just want to show you this live ticker to my left currently is up 2.29% with 39 million as far as volume, whereas the average is 36. So over the last several weeks, there's been a significant amount of volume getting into SoFi. So that's one thing to take away from this as well. And block volume. So block volume, there's been 6.2 million shares being purchased by institutions and hedge funds today alone. So like I've been saying throughout this whole video, a lot of institutions definitely find a lot of value when it comes down to SoFi, and they are backing out the bus. And unfortunately, retail investors are typically a little bit too slow to actually catch on, but looking at the momentum indicator definitely shows that a lot of buyers are getting in, because SoFi is one of those stocks will make you very, very rich, especially in the long term. If you have a lot of patience, SoFi is going to be one of those things that is a big deal. And like I said, the short interest is very high as well, so potentially it could be a very good short squeeze. It just needs the right catalyst to break out, and once it does, these shorts will be forced to close out their positions. With that, let me know your thoughts on SoFi in the comments below. If you haven't already, smash a thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With all that, I appreciate you guys watching, and let's all make a lot of money on SoFi.